In a peaceful village surrounded by lush green hills, there lived a wise and humble sage, renowned for his deep insights into the mysteries of life. His wisdom attracted people from far and wide who sought answers to their most pressing questions. Among them were two young men, David and Michael. Both were at a crossroads in their lives, feeling lost and uncertain about their futures. They had heard many stories about the sage's ability to transform lives with just a few words, and believed that he held the key to unlocking their true potential. David and Michael were childhood friends, but despite their bond, they couldn't have been more different. David was an introvert, someone who found peace in nature and longed for a simpler life, while Michael was ambitious and driven, constantly seeking to climb the corporate ladder. Both had grown frustrated with their current lives, David with the endless noise of the city, and Michael with the feeling that no matter how hard he worked, he wasn't getting any closer to success. Together, they decided to seek the sage's guidance, hoping to find a clear path forward. One crisp morning, as the sun cast a golden glow over the village, David and Michael arrived at the sage's modest home. The house was simple, a small wooden structure with a beautiful garden filled with flowers and trees that seemed to whisper wisdom with every rustle of their leaves. They knocked on the door and were welcomed inside by the sage, whose calm presence immediately eased their nerves. David spoke first. "Master, we come seeking your wisdom. We are both struggling with our lives and don't know how to move forward. I feel trapped in the noise of the city while Michael feels stuck in his work, even though he's trying hard. We need guidance on how to make better choices and change our futures." The sage listened quietly, his eyes thoughtful. After a moment, he simply said, "Only a bowl of rice." David and Michael were stunned. They exchanged confused looks, not understanding how such a simple statement could possibly relate to their problems. David, always reflective, thought maybe the sage was hinting at simplicity. Michael, on the other hand, was impatient and frustrated. He expected more. He wanted clear steps to success, not a vague metaphor. The sage smiled softly, sensing their confusion, and said nothing more. Respecting the sage's wisdom, David and Michael thanked him and left. But the four words, "only a bowl of rice," echoed in their minds as they walked back to the village. Over the following days, David and Michael reflected on the sage's words in their own ways. David began to see it as a call to simplify his life, to find fulfillment in the small things. He realized he didn't need the noise and chaos of the city to be happy. Inspired by this new perspective, he decided to leave his job and move to the countryside, where he could reconnect with nature and live a quieter, more peaceful life. He started a small farm, tending to the earth and watching it grow. Each day brought him satisfaction and a deep sense of purpose. Meanwhile, Michael interpreted the sage's words differently. He believed the bowl of rice represented the hard work and effort required to achieve success, no matter how small the task seemed. Determined to succeed in the city, he redoubled his efforts at work, focusing on improving his skills and taking on new responsibilities. He aimed for promotions and recognition, convinced that success was just around the corner if he kept working hard. Years passed. David's farm thrived as he embraced sustainable farming methods and connected with the land in ways he had never imagined. He found happiness in the simplicity of life, working with his hands, nurturing the soil, and enjoying the beauty of the countryside. His small farm became a successful business, and he was content. Michael, on the other hand, climbed the corporate ladder, achieving promotion after promotion. His determination paid off, and he eventually landed a prestigious role in the company, gaining respect and wealth. Though their paths had diverged, both David and Michael found success in their own ways. However, despite the material achievements, something still nagged at Michael. He couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing. David, on the other hand, had found inner peace, content with his choices. One day, years later, the two men met again in their village, now older and wiser. They decided to return to the sage to share their stories and gain more insight. As they stood before the sage, they told him of their journeys, their struggles, and their successes. The sage listened carefully, nodding occasionally. When they had finished, he gave them another simple but profound response. Only a difference of thought. This time, both men understood. The sage explained that their paths had been shaped not by fate or luck, but by their perspectives and choices. David had chosen a life of simplicity and fulfillment, while Michael had chosen ambition and material success. Both paths were valid, and both led to success in their own ways. What mattered wasn't the path itself, but how they had approached it with their thoughts and decisions. The sage's words struck deep. David and Michael realized that their lives had been shaped by their own minds, by the way they chose to interpret the world around them. The wisdom they had sought wasn't in the sage's words, but in the way they applied those words to their lives. As they left the sage's home for the last time, both men felt a sense of peace. They had learned that success is not one size fits all, and that our thoughts and perspectives hold the true power to shape our lives. The lesson was clear. No matter the path, it's the mindset that makes all the difference. In reflecting on this story, consider how your thoughts shape your own life. Every decision, no matter how small, can lead to a future shaped by your perspective. If this story resonated with you, please subscribe, like, and share this video. Your engagement helps us continue creating content that encourages growth and wisdom. Thank you for being part of our journey. Eid